You're ready to apply for permanent residence, but you have no idea which province actually gives you the best shot. You've read 10 different articles, and they all say something different, leaving you more confused than when you started. I'm Evelyn Ackah, an immigration lawyer based in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and I've spent over 25 years helping clients choose the right province, not just the popular province. In this video, I'll break down which provinces are giving applicants the clearest, fastest paths to PR in 2025, and why some are way more competitive than they look on paper, so you can stop second-guessing your options and finally pick a province that actually improves your chances of getting approved and invited for permanent residence. What makes a province best for PR in 2025? Let's dive right in. You want permanent residence in Canada, and you want the easiest, fastest, or best path for you in 2025. But before we count down the easiest provinces, let's get clear on what best actually means for permanent residence this year. When clients ask me this question, I always say best isn't just the fastest approval, it's about the right match for you. That means a province with lower points cutoff for their Provincial Nominee Program, the PNP, job opportunities in your field in that province, friendly policies for newcomers, steady nomination draws, not just once a year shot, reasonable settlement requirements so you don't need a family fortune to move. In 2025, some provinces are making it easier for international graduates, tech professionals, healthcare workers, and skilled tradespeople to stay in Canada. But the real standouts are the provinces that offer flexibility, frequent draws, and real demand for new workers. Let's get specific. Here's my ranked list of the best provinces for PR in 2025 and why. Number 5, Ontario. It has a large job market and high competition. Ontario makes the list because its Ontario Immigrant Nominee Program is still one of the most popular, and it's not slowing down in 2025. If you're aiming to live in Toronto, Ottawa, or elsewhere in Canada's economic hub in Ontario, here's what you need to know this year. Human Capital Priority Stream. Ontario's direct link to the Federal Express entry pool helps attract skilled workers, especially those with high CRS scores. In 2025, Ontario is expected to keep drawing for tech roles, healthcare roles, finance roles, and education roles. The CRS score cutoffs here are often lower than the big federal draws, especially for targeted occupations. Employer job offer streams, or those with a job offer. Ontario is fast-tracking applications in demand areas like healthcare, construction, and trades. Employers are also being encouraged to hire outside the GTA, the Greater Toronto Area, so don't overlook smaller cities. International students and graduates. Ontario is trying to keep more of its international graduates, making it easier for them to qualify for PR if they find work after their studies. Why Ontario isn't higher on the list? It's competitive. Ontario gets thousands of applicants for each draw. CRS cutoffs are lower than federal, but still quite high. If you want a sure bet, you'll need strong English or great French, good credentials, and ideally a job offer in the province with an employer that qualifies. Housing costs in Toronto are high, but there are good opportunities outside of Toronto or Ottawa. One of my clients, Sandeep, was an IT professional with a 465 CRS score. He missed out on federal draws, but got an Ontario Tech draw invitation and landed PR within 10 months. The key was he kept his Express entry profile up to date and he targeted in-demand jobs. Number 4, Alberta, because it has lower points, tech demand, and rural fast tracks. Alberta is Canada's oil and gas powerhouse, but in 2025, it's also a rising star for tech, healthcare, and rural innovation. The Alberta Advantage Immigration Program is known for lower CRS cutoffs. Alberta regularly invites candidates with express entry scores much lower than average federally, sometimes as low as 300. In 2025, they've announced more draws for tech workers and international graduates. Focused tech pathways. Edmonton and Calgary's tech booms mean more demand for software engineers, analysts, and IT managers. Alberta Tech Pathway applicants move fast, some within 6 months from invitation to PR. The Rural Renewal Stream. Smaller Alberta towns are looking for workers, and they offer great options for newcomers to help them with settlement and integration to make the transition smoother. Why Alberta isn't number 1? You can't always predict when the province will invite you, unless you have a job offer or in a targeted occupation. The labor market is strong in Alberta, but for specialized roles only. If you're flexible on location and open to rural life, Alberta can be a hidden gem. Maria, a nurse from the Philippines, got her Alberta invitation with a CRS score of 320, well below what federal draws needed. She now works in Red Deer, where the community helped her settle in. She said she never felt just like a number. Number 3, Saskatchewan. The point system everyone loves. Saskatchewan's International Skilled Worker Program is extremely popular because it's transparent. In 2025, it's still one of the most straightforward paths for many newcomers. Saskatchewan Immigrant Nominee Program uses its own point system. You don't need a job offer if your occupation is deemed in command. Occupations in demand subcategory. Saskatchewan releases a list of occupations in demand every year, and you can apply as long as your job is on the list. That you don't need a job offer, just proof of experience and credentials of the jobs that are on the list. Saskatchewan has regular draws and is committed to holding draws almost every month, so there are plenty of chances for you to get PR options. What to watch out for? The main challenge is that the occupation lists change. You need to have your paperwork ready so you can apply the moment your job comes up on the list. Also, you must show proof of settlement funds, but the amount is less than in Ontario or British Columbia because it has a lower cost of living. A couple from India, both IT professionals, got their Saskatchewan Immigrant Nominee Program nomination just after 6 months in the pool. They didn't have a job offer, but their NOT codes matched the in-demand list for that draw. The key was having all their documents translated and ready to go. Number 2, Nova Scotia has the easiest rules for certain occupations. Nova Scotia is the surprise second spot on my list for 2025, and it's because the Nova Scotia Nominee Program is leading the way in easy, responsive pathways for specific jobs. Nova Scotia Labor Market Priorities. This stream picks from the express entry pool, often for healthcare, early childhood educators, and food service supervisors. These targeted draws sometimes require just 1 year work experience, and the points cutoffs are among the lowest in the country. No job offer is needed. For many in-demand jobs, you can apply without a job offer, which is rare in Canada's current immigration landscape. They are welcome for French speakers. Nova Scotia is also inviting more bilingual and French-speaking applicants, which can help get around high CRS cutoffs elsewhere. What's new in 2025? Nova Scotia has announced even more frequent draws and more spots for in-demand trades and jobs in healthcare. If you're in nursing, food services, trucking, or childhood education, this is the year to apply in Nova Scotia. Ahmed, a French-speaking early childhood educator from Morocco, was invited through a targeted Nova Scotia draw. He didn't have a job offer, but his French skills and 2 years of international experience got him a nomination in just 8 months. Number 1, Manitoba, the most consistent and friendly pathway for provincial nominee programs. Here we go to the top spot. Manitoba continues to lead the way for the easiest and most consistent PR pathway in 2025. Here's why the Manitoba Provincial Nominee Program is my top pick. It's consistent and they have frequent draws. Manitoba runs draws almost every 2 weeks. This frequency means more chances and less waiting in uncertainty. It is friendly to international graduates. If you studied in Manitoba, the province makes it simple to transition from student visa to PR, often even without a job offer. Family connections help. If you have a close relative in Manitoba, you get extra points, and the province is known for valuing family ties. Low points threshold. Many successful applicants have scores in the low 500s. Manitoba also uses its own point system, and sometimes is even lower if they have a job or family in the province. Support for skilled trades and healthcare. Manitoba's economy needs workers in construction, healthcare, and agriculture, and it's prioritizing these sectors in its 2025 draws. Why Manitoba ranks first? It's the consistency and transparency. My clients tell me Manitoba's officials are easy to contact and the process feels welcoming rather than highly bureaucratic. The cost of living is also much lower than in Ontario or British Columbia, so your settlement funds go further. I worked with Priya, an international student who got her PR in 10 months after graduation. No job offer, just steady part-time work and a diploma from a Manitoba college. Her advice: apply as soon as you're eligible and keep checking for new draws because it keeps changing. A couple of honorable mentions, other provinces to watch in 2025. New Brunswick, it's great for truck drivers, skilled trades, and French speakers. Their express entry streams are growing in 2025, but the process is a bit slower than the top 5 I've already mentioned. Prince Edward Island, PEI, known for regular draws and a highly friendly community. It has a limited job market, but a good fit for specific fields. British Columbia. If you're in tech or healthcare and have a job offer, BC is great for you, but it is very competitive and it is expensive to live there. Remember, all provinces can change their policies each year, and 2025 is no exception. Always check the latest updates or talk to me, a lawyer who follows these trends daily. What you should do next? You just learned which provinces make it easiest to get PR in Canada in 2025 and what makes each one stand out and is unique. Now, you need to decide the best fit for your job, your family, and your long-term plans. If you're serious about your application, don't waste time just reading lists. Look at where you have the strongest connections or job prospects. If you want to maximize your chance, reach out for a consultation to me. I work with clients across all these provinces, and the right strategy can save you months or even years to get your permanent residence. And before you go, the next video absolutely I need you to watch is how to boost your Canadian CRS score fast. Legal ways that work in 2025. You don't want to miss these strategies, especially if you're just below the cutoff. Watch it now so you don't risk another lost year. See you over there.